If you were in a position and you had to make it happen all on your own, you didn't have anyone there to help you, you didn't have anyone there to guide you, could you do it? Hello, I'm Coach Bev from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. Today, we're going to talk about, can you go alone? But before we get started, we're going to go into the coffee corner. Today, I have, and I hope I say this correctly, but I'm going to say Javalia coffee. Now, this coffee has always been one of interest to me. I've always loved the packaging. It's always seemed a little bit on the fancy side, a little bit more, stepping out there, a little bit living life, a little bit more. So I definitely wanted to give it a try. Now, I have the chocolate mocha flavor. And as you can see, I have mild. I'm very excited to taste this. I don't know if it's going to help me to replace Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but I am most definitely excited to find out because this has been a long time coming. So I have made me a cup here and I am going to taste it. Let's see. Oh my, that's good. I like this coffee. It has the taste of it tastes like a nice cup of hot chocolate. It's got like a hot chocolate taste going for it. Now, I would assume that if I got it like medium or dark, that perhaps I could taste it a little bit stronger, like the coffee would be stronger. But it's actually, I think I like the mild. Um, I'm actually a little bit excited about this one. Out of all of the coffees that I've tasted thus far, of course, outside of Dunkin', this one is a close favorite that I'm running. Now, will I replace Dunkin' Donuts? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not going to replace Dunkin' for it, but I will have it on the side for when I would like to have a special coffee. Like the cherry one that I did last time, that was pretty good as well. So I'll just have some special blends that I would like to have every now and again. But nobody has thus far knocked Dunkin' out of my number one. Okay, so moving on. Today we are going to talk about, can you go it alone? If you were in a position and you had to make it happen all on your own, you didn't have anyone there to help you, you didn't have anyone there to guide you, could you do it? Or would you sit back and would you wait for somebody to come along and hold your hand so that you can make it? Does the mere thought of you going alone scare you? Is that something scary? Because a lot of people do not like to be alone. And that's a daunting thought for a lot of people. Does that scare you? Some people have support all around them, family, friends. They have a network that's been established in their family for generations. Uncles, friends of uncles, friends of mom, friends of dad. And they're all just standing in the wings, willing to help them succeed. They'll do whatever it takes. Introduce them to people. Show them the proper document to fill out. What procedures, what steps do they need to take? If you are one of these people, you are truly blessed. And you have no reason not to succeed in life at all. And I am not going to knock you at all. You're blessed. But this video was not intended for you. There are some people that are the complete opposite. They have no one to guide them in life. There are no generational networks, not even family. Some of these people, they have family that don't even know the path that they want to take. Therefore, cannot offer them any guidance on how to get to where they're going. Perhaps they're the first in their family to do what it is that they are attempting to do. They are completely alone. They come from an environment where all of their friends and their associates, nobody has done what they're trying to do. They are the first. Or they, as they are trying to find their way, they have to take steps and learn as they go. This video is intended for those people. When you first walk through the doors and you start going to school, elementary school, you are placed in a group. You're either in a popular group or you're not in a popular group. Whichever one of these groups that you're placed in, society will keep you placed in that box all the way throughout your educational careers. And if you go to the same school and you stay in the same community all of your life, you will find that it's kind of hard to break out of that box that you have been placed in. This is one reason why it is important to leave the town that you are born in. It could get to a point where you start to feel stuck in what people start to think about you and what people believe. And it can be a little bit difficult for you to break out of that label that has been placed upon you. And if you're a person that's affected by people's opinions of you, that can be a little bit much. Being alone is a scary concept to some people. But what do you do if you don't have anyone that is going to stand with you? Do you give up? Do you not try? Do you just sit back and let life pass you by and you let the people that you think are confident, that have it all together, just pass you and keep moving? Do you put your life on hold and wait for someone to come along and help you along the way? Or do you do it anyway? I would advise you to go alone. Just because you have people now, that doesn't mean that you're going to have them forever. People come and go all the time for various different reasons. Sometimes if you change direction, people will leave you because you're going against the grain. If everybody's going left and you decide that you want to go right, you may end up going right alone by yourself. Friends and loved ones may choose for whatever reason not to support you. As I mentioned previously, some people don't know how to guide you where you're going, or some of them just don't want to go your way. Some of them, God forbid, could be jealous, or they just don't believe in you. But for whatever reason, do you not go or do you go alone? And I will repeat, I think you should go anyway. First of all, you got to be careful who you try to take along with you. Everybody is not meant to reach your destination with you. And that's one of the hardest things that people have to face when they're making the decision to try to move forward. Who doesn't want their loved ones and their friends to go with them? And you all are just having a ball, enjoying life together, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Who doesn't want their best friend to go with them? But that's not necessarily going to be possible all the time. You have to be careful who you share your dreams and goals with. You need to be certain that the person that you're sharing your dreams and goals with are really a true friend. People have the ability to speak into your life, and they can speak seeds of doubt if they don't see what you see. And that's why it's dangerous to let people know exactly what you're doing, because you want to guard and you want to protect your dreams. You want to keep it safe so that no one can have the ability to speak on it. You know what you see. You know what you want to achieve. You need to just make that happen without having somebody's opinion telling you they don't think you can do it. Now, some people, you know who those people are. If there's people that believe in you, you're going to know who they are. And of course, you want to share with them and see if they could offer you any guidance. But if you have any doubt that the people are not going to agree with what you're trying to do and they're not going to encourage you, then you need to protect your goals and your dreams and keep it to yourself. Sometimes people can project their fear and doubt onto you, and in turn, you can start internalizing those fears and doubts, and in the long run, it will cause you to give up. So, we've all heard the term, do it in silence. Do what you got to do, and then once you achieve your goal, you can share with them. But while you're in the process of doing what you need to do, you need to keep it to yourself, because you don't want anybody coming in and jeopardizing your dreams and your goals. Eagles do not fly in packs. Do you see eagles flying in packs? You see one of them at a time. They're soaring high up above the land, looking down. They're the master of the sky. Eagles don't fly in packs. Have you ever seen an eagle with 5 or 6, 3 or 4 of them at a time? You only see one. They're majestic. They own the skies. They come and go as they please. They do what they want. Perhaps you are an eagle. You're destined to be set apart. You're not meant to run with the crowd. You're not meant to have a lot of people running alongside you. Have you ever noticed that you may be different from the people that you try to associate yourself with? Have you noticed that you don't fit in with that group of people? You don't feel right. And even when you do try to fit in, you feel out of sorts. You feel not really comfortable. But you try to hold on because you don't want to be alone, because you're afraid of being alone. And as a result, you end up off track. That's because you're not meant to be in the group. You're set apart. You're different. You're special. God has a different plan for you. You don't need to be running around with a lot of different people that's leading you all over the place. You need to focus on what it is you need to do and focus on making your dreams come true. Seek out your purpose and try to make it happen. Another reason why you shouldn't be afraid to go at it alone is because when you do it this way, God gets all of the glory. You don't have anybody saying, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have done this, and nobody is able to throw anything up in your face. You made it with the help of God. And that by itself is so justifying. You've strengthened in your relationship with Christ as a result of this walk. You have learned that with Christ, all things are possible. You can do all things through him. You know that you're headed down the right path because there's only one voice that you are listening and adhering to, and that is the voice of your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and you know that he will never lead you wrong. You will also have victory. Your victory is guaranteed. So if you are walking along and if you are taking God with you, you don't need anybody else. He's all you need, because he is going to make sure that you accomplish the goal and the task that he has set before you. Society will have you think that you can't do a lot of things alone. I believe that with the correct amount of self-love, confidence, faith, trust in God, you can succeed and be anything that you want to be. And yes, you can do it alone. Stop sitting and waiting for people to motivate and encourage you. Take initiative over your life and begin to do what you need to do for you. Do it alone, and in the process, learn about yourself, your limits, your perseverance, your strengths. Learn to overcome your weaknesses, and at the end of the day, a stronger person will evolve. I am Coach Bev. I hope that this video has been of use to you. You can go to my website at regalawakening.com. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Regal Awakening. Thank you so much for your time and for watching the video. Have a nice day. See you later.